everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The running game will be a focus today. The Bears are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against a Packers team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. Through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. He'll drop to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On second down, here's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got him. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Rodgers now to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. That one goes for 36 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Eddie Goldman. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Throwing on third and long. Rodgers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on fourth down. They're going for it. 319. They'll try and run with a fullback Johnson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. Is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Crosby on now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Holding. Receiving team.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Now they try the right side here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a handoff looking right. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Complete on the deep ball.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory.
Reset. Hey, easy. Quickly.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking deep for Adams. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. It came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
319!
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, receiver won in a big way.
Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Come on, let's go! Try 38!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
A tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rodgers now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Here's Rodgers looking to throw on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good size lead? Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To return it is Corey Grant. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. To try again after the pick six. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively.
Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Paul Turner now to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down, Rodgers. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Rodgers to throw once more. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Rodgers on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Bears have done some good work defending the pass. The Packers really did a good job in that area last week, but yardage-wise, they're not making the same kind of impression in today's game. All right, let's roll those highlights. Packers on offense. First quarter winding down. The catch will be made deep down the field, and he'll be tackled at the 16-yard line. Continuing on the drive, Jones is going to take off here, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. That puts them up by a touchdown. About halfway through the second quarter, Adams got nobody around him on the catch, and he'll be tackled at the 6-yard line. Sticking with the same drive, Rodgers got the completion here, and it leads to a touchdown. That puts them on top by 14. First and 10, Rodgers throw under pressure leads to the turnover. Bears take it back all the way for the score, cutting the deficit to 7. Now to late in the first half. The catch will be made deep down the field, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. We're brand new at 14. Still late stages of the second. Adams wide open, able to make the grab, and he ends up at the 49-yard line before he stopped on the play. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Holding offense.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And an alley to run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 11. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Looking to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will tie things at 17-all. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On second down, it's Jones. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Packers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
A give to Jones. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On play action, now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Play clock winding down. Rodgers on first down. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now throwing again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times off.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-point drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. The give is to Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. This is Jones. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Play clock about to expire. Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Green Bay, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.